Well, as you know, it's December. Whoa! And it's time for Christmas. A really busy time for me and Mrs. Claus and the reindeer and the elves and lots of parents and grandparents out there. Even when there are bad or sad things happening in the world, Christmas is a wonderful time. A wonderful time to be grateful for the good things in life, to reach out to one another. A good time to be loving and thoughtful and kind. For me, Christmas is a wonderful and joyful time. And you know, it's also a time of sorrow. As I travel around the world on the night before Christmas, I see much joy and happiness. And I also see a lot of suffering and sadness. I see children full of wonder who feel safe and loved, and others who are hurting and hungry, who feel unsafe and afraid. When all of us at the North Pole heard the terrible news about the grown-ups and children killed in Newtown, Connecticut, our hearts were broken. Our hearts broke open. Everyone cried. I cried. And we are so sad for the moms and dads who won't celebrate Christmas or the holidays with their children. And sad for the little boys and girls who have died. We're sad for those who died protecting the children they loved. And we're sad for you, the children in Newtown, who are heartbroken because dear friends, classmates, and teachers you love are gone. And at the North Pole, we're also sad because there are some people who are so lonely and angry, so tearful or so fearful and disturbed that they stop loving life and people, and some of them do terrible things. And I'm very grateful that Rudolph said to me, Rudolph. Well, he's working, he's busy, but I wish I could tell him again personally what he said to me, because Rudolph looked at me and said, Santa, we're sad, you're sad, but we must tell the children of the world that the world is full of people who are loving and kind, parents and people who protect children rather than harm them, who celebrate children and help them learn and grow and be happy. And lots of these kind, loving people, they live in Newtown, in your town. Well, it's about time for me to go and help the reindeer and the elves load the sleigh. But, well, you know, first let me tell you a short story. Years ago, here at the North Pole, we decided to build another home for the elves. You know, we have a lot of elves here because there are a lot of toys to make, and it's really cold at the North Pole. So when a family from Colorado volunteered to come here and help us, well, we were really grateful. The parents had a little boy named David who was about 6 at the time. And then they started, you know, working with us and helping us. And one day, when it was starting to get dark, little David wandered off into the cold and the darkness, maybe to build a snowman or find a penguin or see a polar bear. Well, his mother, she was frightened. She couldn't find little David, and we could hear her shouting, yelling out, little David, where are you? I can't find you. Well, all of us decided we better go out into the cold and the darkness and look for little David too. And then his dad appeared, holding little David in his arms, and the boy was sobbing and crying. And the dad said to us, I was searching for little David, and I was yelling, little David, where are you? We love you. Where are you? And then I saw little David pushing a wheelbarrow in the snow. And he was crying and sobbing. He was saying, Daddy, I'm scared. I'm lost, and I thought you and Mommy wouldn't find me. And I said to little David, It's okay. We've found one another. And little David, I want you to remember this, that if ever again you're lost, I want you to remember that many people love you. And if ever again you're lost or frightened, I want you to know that at least one of us, someone will be looking for you. Well, you know, my prayer and my hope is that each of you children watching knows that you are loved, that there are those who are just happy that you're in the world. I pray and hope that if ever you are lost, you will remember that people love you and they're looking for you. And that when you're hurting or sad or frightened, that there are people who are there to love you and comfort you and hold you in their arms. And that when you feel afraid and unsafe, someone is there to love and protect you. Before I go, I want to apologize and say I'm sorry that we adults have not done a better job of making the world a safer place for children. You know, we adults need to do a better job. And I want the adults, the leaders, the educators and priests, rabbis, ministers, imams, and counselors, I want all adults to not forget the children of Newtown and the children of the world. And I want all of our children they need to know that we're not just going to talk about doing better things, but we're going to make things better. You know, Santa's known all of you adults out there since you were little children. You used to sit on my knees, many of you, and tell me what you wanted for Christmas. And I want you to remember what it was like for you when you were 6 or 7. And then I want you to become the adult you wish you had known when you were that small child. Now, I'm told that some of you out there aren't sure I'm real, aren't sure Santa Claus is real. Whoa! Well, right now for me, that's not the most important thing. What's important is that we believe in love, that we believe in the possibility of joy and love and faith and healing and compassion, even in the dark times. What's important is that we open our aching hearts to one another and to the children of Newtown and the world. That every child who meets you and me knows, if only for a moment, that he or she is safe and precious and worthy of love. Thank you. Thank you for listening. You know, I needed to talk about this, and being with you has helped me feel less sad. And I want you to remember, I'm also happy. I'm happy it's Christmas time, a time to share love and joy. So, you know, I better get going and help the elves load that sleigh. Bye. Whoa!